Look at it, the graveyard of good intentions. Most of us live with a hidden, plastic monster beneath our sinks. We buy into the promise that if we just find the right combination of scents and surfactants, if we just buy the expensive bottle with the aggressive name, our homes will finally be pristine. But deep down, you know the truth. You're working harder, not smarter. You're spending hundreds of dollars a year on liquids that are 90% water. You're breathing in fumes that were never meant for human lungs. And the worst part? The mess always comes back. What if I told you that everything you know about cleaning is a marketing lie designed to keep you paying a subscription fee for dirt? What if I told you that there is a single substance, ignored by the mainstream, overlooked by the influencers, and sitting on a shelf for $3, that can replace half of the toxic empire under your sink? This isn't a hack. It's chemistry. And today, we are going to burn the old rulebook and build a new system. One that is cheaper, safer, and more effective than anything you've ever used. Stay tuned. We are obsessed with sanitation. But are we obsessed with cleaning, or are we obsessed with consumption? The modern household cleaning industry is a $30 billion psychological experiment. They have convinced us that different surfaces require different ecosystems of chemicals. You need the acid for the toilet. You need the base for the sink. You need the gel for the tub. They've segmented your life into problems only they can solve. But here is the open loop for today. There is a universal solvent. A chemical skeleton key that unlocks organic grime, destroys bacteria, and whitens surfaces without the bleach burns. It costs $3 a pound, and you've probably walked past it 100 times without looking twice. Let's amplify the problem. Why do we care? Because it's not just about money. It's about the toll on your biology. Every time you spray that apple cinnamon disinfectant, you're aerosolizing volatile organic compounds into your home's air. Studies have shown that indoor air quality can be 5 times worse than outdoor air, largely due to the cleaning products we use to protect ourselves. We are trapping ourselves in a chemical soup. And the results? Respiratory issues, skin irritation, and the lingering feeling that our homes are never truly clean, just perfumed. Now, here is the contrarian big idea. It's going to feel wrong. You have been taught that cleaning requires elbow grease, that you need to muscle the dirt away. That friction equals purity. This is false. Friction is for amateurs. The masters understand that cleaning is not about wiping, it is about dissolving. Nature doesn't scrub. Nature dissolves things through oxidation. The most powerful force in the universe for cleaning isn't a scrub brush, it's an oxygen atom with a vendetta. If you stop trying to force the dirt off and start destroying the molecular bonds of the dirt, you change the game entirely. Layer 1, the enemy. Dirt, grease, mold, and bacteria. What are they? They are organic matter. They are essentially carbon-based chains holding onto your surfaces. To remove them, you don't need a fragrant soap. You need to break the chain. Layer 2, the weapon. We need something that attacks carbon chains without destroying the surface underneath. We need something that turns into water and air when it's done. We need an oxidizer. Layer 3, the misunderstanding. When you hear oxidizer, you think of bleach. You think of burning your clothes and ruining your towels. But bleach is crude. It's a sledgehammer. We are looking for a scalpel. Something that releases oxygen slowly, deliberately, and eats only the bad stuff. Layer 4, the reveal. This is sodium percarbonate. Say that name again. Sodium percarbonate. It sounds like something from a sci-fi novel, but it is beautifully simple. It is a dry, stable powder created by combining sodium carbonate, also known as washing soda, and hydrogen peroxide. Here is the magic. As a dry powder, it is inert. It's stable. You could keep it on your shelf for 20 years, but the moment it touches water, the bond breaks. It turns into hydrogen peroxide and washing soda right on your surface. But unlike the liquid peroxide in your medicine cabinet, which degrades quickly in the bottle, this creates the reaction fresh, on demand. Now, let's create the solution. I want you to visualize the process. This is the turning point of the video. The universal cleaner recipe. Take a spray bottle, fill it with warm water. Warm helps it dissolve. Add 2 tablespoons of the sodium percarbonate. Shake it until it's dissolved. What do you have now? You have a liquid that is essentially a high-powered oxygen bleach. But it's colorless. It's odorless. It has no fake lemon scent. It smells like nothing. Like clean rain. Cost? This batch cost you about 10 cents. Time? 30 seconds. Ease? Child's play. But the effectiveness? It is terrifying. Why does this work so well? Let's look at the logic. When this solution hits your counter, or your floor, or your shower tile, it releases oxygen ions. These ions are aggressive. They attack the cell walls of bacteria and the chemical bonds of stains. They don't just cover the stain, they oxidize it. They turn it into carbon dioxide in water. The expensive blue stuff you buy? That relies on surfactants, soaps that lift the dirt so you can wipe it away. You have to do the work. The oxygen powder? It does the work for you. You are essentially letting the air eat the dirt. Compare this to the status quo. The daily shower spray, you pay $6 a bottle. It's mostly water, a cheap detergent, and a fragrance that makes you think it's working. It prevents soap scum, but it doesn't remove what's already there. The sodium percarbonate solution doesn't just mask the scum, it dissolves the organic matter that holds the scum together. It penetrates deep. It cleans on a molecular level. This isn't some new, unproven technology. Let's step back into the history. Before the 1950s, before the explosion of consumer plastics and synthetic fragrances, people cleaned with soda crystals and bleaching powders. The concept of oxygen cleaning has been around for over a century. It was used in hospitals and laundries long before it was ignored by the modern consumer. Why? Because it wasn't sexy. It didn't foam up. It didn't smell like a pine forest. It just worked. Even today, commercial laundries and industrial kitchens use high-grade oxygen bleaches. They don't buy the stuff in the pretty bottles from the supermarket. They buy the active ingredients in bulk because they care about results, not marketing. So, why are you not using this? Why is this not in every home in America? Here is the hidden cost. The enemy. The enemy is not dirt. The enemy is differentiation. Big cleaning brands cannot sell you a $3 bag of powder that lasts for 5 years. It breaks their business model. If you buy one thing for everything, they lose the revenue from the toilet duck, the scrubbing bubbles, the glass plus, and the tough actin tin actin. They need you to believe that porcelain requires a different chemical than ceramic. They need you to believe that glass needs ammonia while tile needs bleach. It is a system built on anxiety. If you don't buy the specific product, you won't be clean. Sodium percarbonate cannot be trademarked. It's a generic chemical. Anyone can make it. So, no company spends millions advertising it. It sits on the bottom shelf in the laundry aisle, usually labeled as oxygen booster or stain remover. It is hidden in plain sight because it is too efficient to be profitable. This brings us to the behavior shift. To master this, you have to change your relationship with time. We are used to instant gratification. Spray, wipe, done. But with the oxygen powder, we are playing the long game. It's called dwell time. You spray it, and you wait. You wait 5 minutes. You wait 10 minutes. During this time, the chemical reaction is happening. The oxygen is chewing away at the grease. You are not doing the work, time is doing the work. When you finally wipe it away, the dirt releases instantly. It requires almost zero physical force. This isn't just about cleaning, it's about energy conservation. You stop fighting your house and start letting chemistry do the heavy lifting. Let's look at the specific applications. This is where the light bulb really goes off. The moldy curtain. Most people throw this away and buy a new one for $15. Instead, toss it in the tub with warm water and a scoop of the powder. Let it soak overnight. By morning, the mildew is oxidized. It turns into dust that rinses away. The curtain is white again. The carpet stain. Do not scrub it. That pushes it deeper. Make a paste with the powder and a little water. Apply it to the stain. Let it sit. The oxygen molecules are heavy. They pull the color out of the fabric. Vacuum it up. The stain is gone. The laundry. This is its most famous use, but even here, people use it wrong. Don't just use a scoop. Use a heavy scoop. It replaces your bleach. It replaces your color-safe bleach. It replaces your fabric brightener. It sanitizes your towels at a microscopic level without eating the fibers like chlorine bleach does. But we need to talk about safety and limitations, because I am not here to sell you a miracle. I am here to give you the truth. This is an alkaline substance. It is a cleaner. You do not use this on raw silk or unsealed wool without testing. It is powerful. It is not for your face. It is for your home. And the golden rule: never mix this with vinegar. You will create a reaction called peracetic acid. It's irritating and harsh. Mix it with water only. Water is its partner. Water activates the oxygen. But compare those risks to the risks of the standard stuff. Standard oven cleaners can eat your skin. Standard toilet bowl cleaners can create toxic gas clouds if mixed. This powder? If you spill it, you sweep it up. If you touch it, you wash your hands. It turns into soda ash and peroxide, things we've used for a century. The risk profile is microscopic compared to the reward. We are approaching the climax. The mental shift. For years, we have been trained to think that complexity equals quality. We think a list of unpronounceable ingredients on the back of a bottle means science. We think a high price tag means power. But the truth, the raw, undeniable truth of the universe, is that the most effective solutions are often the simplest. The problem was never that your house was too dirty. The problem was never that you were lazy. The problem was that you were bringing a knife to a gunfight. You were trying to wipe away biological matter with soapy water when you should have been dissolving it with oxygen. Once you understand this, you cannot unsee it. Every time you walk down the cleaning aisle now, you will see it for what it is, a shelf full of overpriced, watered-down versions of what you already have in your hand. You have broken the matrix. Let's take a moment for the philosophical close. There is a profound sense of freedom that comes from simplification. When you reduce the number of cleaning products in your home from 20 to 2, you are reducing the mental load. You are reducing the decision fatigue. We spend our lives accumulating solutions to problems we don't actually have. We buy insurance in the form of sprays and wipes. But true mastery comes from understanding the underlying principles of the world. Sodium percarbonate is just a tool, but the mindset is the real weapon. It is the realization that you have the power to solve your own problems, that you don't need the permission of a corporation to have a clean home. You just need a little chemistry, a little patience, and the courage to throw away the brightly colored bottles. So, here is the challenge. I call it the grout test. Go find a bag of sodium percarbonate. It's usually sold as an oxygen cleaner or laundry booster. Make a paste. Put it on a small patch of your dirty grout. Walk away for an hour. Come back, rinse it, and look at it. If that doesn't convince you, nothing will. But I think it will. I think you're going to look at that white line and realize you've been wasting your time and money for years. If you try this, I want to hear about it. Did it work? Did you fail? Did you find a new use I didn't mention? Tell me in the comments. Let's build a library of simplicity together. Stop paying for the water. Start paying for the chemistry. I'll see you in the next one.